My phone buzzed with my mother's name, and for a second I let it burn on the screen. 10 months. That's how long it took her to remember I existed. I answered on the last possible beat. "Don't hang up," she said. "No greeting, no warmth, just command." I leaned against the cheap linoleum, staring at the unpacked boxes, still taped shut. "What is it?" "Your sister's wedding is in 6 days. The family needs to present well. Present well." 2 words that had defined my entire childhood. I exhaled slowly. I'm not coming. Silence, the kind that crackles before a storm. Then her voice dropped low. "If you miss this, don't bother asking for another cent. You're cut off." Completely, I almost laughed. 10 months ago, I packed my entire life into 3 suitcases. They didn't notice the empty closet. They didn't notice the missing key. They didn't notice me. I'm 29 and still just a prop in their play. I whispered it more for myself than her. "Think very carefully," she added, the ice returning. "This is your final warning." I scanned my bare apartment, the second-hand couch, the lamp I fixed myself, the life I built from zero. Then I told her the truth I'd rehearsed for 300 sleepless nights. I already erased myself from every document you think you control. She didn't speak for 6 full seconds. For once, my mother had no script. "What are you talking about?" Slower now. Uncertain, I pushed the window open, winter air biting my cheeks. Exactly what I said. "You don't get to threaten me anymore. You're playing games," she snapped, but her grip was slipping. "Everything you have, everything comes from this family." The old refrain, ownership dressed as love, but 10 months alone teaches you the difference. "I didn't take a single thing," I said calmly. "You just should have noticed I was gone." Another pause. Longer, she was calculating now accounts, signatures, the paperwork she never read herself. "You're lying," she finally said. But it landed flat. I rested my forehead against the cold glass. "Then don't call again." "Wait, too fast, too desperate. Your sister wants you there." No, she didn't. She wanted the optics, the full pew, the absence of awkward questions. "I won't ruin your perfect photograph," I replied. "You already are," she said, and I caught something unfamiliar. Not anger. Fear. That's when I knew she'd started looking. I didn't answer. Just let the silence stretch, then ended the call. Then I waited. Because I knew what came next. Not an apology, not concern, an audit. My mother didn't care why I left. She cared what leaving cost her. By dawn, my phone lit up again. Not her, my sister. I stared at her name, then picked up. "Hey," she said, fake casual. "Mom says you've been distant." "Distant?" I repeated. "I moved. 2 states away. 9 months ago." A sharp exhale. "Okay, but you didn't tell anyone where. That's weird." There it was. Not "Are you okay?" Not "I miss you." Just discomfort. "I'm not coming to the wedding," I said. Silence, then quieter. "You're really doing this?" I closed my eyes. "Do you even know why I left?" She didn't answer. Because she never asked. Instead, Mom's checking the trust this morning. I smiled, slowly. Then she's already 10 months too late. I hung up. By the time my mother called back, her voice had changed. No bark, no bite, just something tight and small. "What did you do?" I let her wait. "You finally looked," I said. "The main account is frozen. The properties under your name are inaccessible. I can't even request a statement without your signature." That word signature. It sounded "You never asked where the money came from," I said quietly. "We built this," she snapped, reflex kicking in. "No," I corrected her. "Grandmother built it." Silence, heavy silence. Because now we were saying the truth nobody uttered. "You were listed as manager," I continued, "steady, not owner." That's exactly how the paperwork reads." I heard papers shuffling. She was holding something she didn't understand. "I had a clause added, years ago, for the day I stopped being treated like blood." Her breath caught. "You wouldn't. I already did." Another pause. Then softer than I'd ever heard her, "Come to the wedding. Now you need me." I didn't reply immediately. I let that sentence hang. "You've made your point," she said, scrambling. "This doesn't have to go further." "I'm not making a point. I made a decision." "You're punishing family." The word family sounded rehearsed. A button she pushed when nothing else worked. I walked to my laptop. Numbers, legal confirmations. Every step I took before leaving. "You didn't notice I was gone," I said, "for 10 months. That's not fair, it's accurate." Silence, calculating now. "What do you want?" she finally asked. The question she should have asked a decade ago. I closed the laptop slowly. "Nothing from any of you." "That's not how this works. It is now." Her breath came sharp. "If you don't undo this, you'll regret it." I almost laughed. "Undo what? I let the truth land. You're the one who just realized you have nothing without me." She hung up first, not in control, just ended. I stood there, phone in hand, feeling something settle, not anger. Clarity, because for the first time she reacted without a plan. That meant pressure. By evening, an unknown number. I answered. "Ms. Vance?" A calm male voice. "This is Arthur Hill, your mother's attorney." "Of course, I was expecting you." "I'd like to resolve this quietly," he said. "There appear to be misunderstandings about the estate. There aren't." A measured pause. "You executed a transfer into a restricted trust, one requiring your sole approval." "Yes, and you understand the implications. I wrote them." Silence again. Different this time. Caution. "Your mother is requesting a temporary reversal." I leaned against the wall, requesting, not demanding. Denied, a breath. Then, quieter. "May I ask what outcome you're seeking?" I looked out into the dark. "They invited me to perform. I'm deciding if I want to show up." I didn't give an answer. Not that night. I let the uncertainty stretch because for once they were the ones waiting. 3 days before the wedding, my sister called again. No small talk. "Are you coming?" I traced a scratch on my table. "Why does it matter?" A pause. Then, quieter, people are asking. Of course they were. Families like ours don't have missing pieces in public. Tell them I'm busy. That doesn't work anymore. Mom's all. If you don't come, it looks intentional. Intentional like everything they'd done wasn't. I won't make a scene. That's not what I'm worried about. I sat up. Then what? A long silence. Then I'm worried about what you'll do if you show up. I smiled. Because for the first time she wasn't dismissing me. She was calculating me. "I guess you'll have to find out," I said. Then I hung up and started getting ready. I walked into the venue early. No announcement, no fanfare, just a quiet step back into a life that had kept spinning without me. White hydrangeas, soft piano, everything arranged to look effortless. Perfect, my mother spotted me first. Relief flooded her face so fast it almost looked like love. "You came," she said, crossing quickly. I said I might, I replied. Her eyes searched mine, trying to find the daughter she remembered. She didn't. "Let's talk privately." "No," my voice calm. "Let's do it here." Guests shifted. Conversation stumbled. My sister stepped closer, tension written across her forehead. "Don't," she warned. I reached into my bag. A thin folder, not dramatic, just enough. "I don't want anything from you," I said, steady, "but I won't be invisible anymore." I handed the folder to my mother. Legal copies, ownership records, the truth, clean and undeniable. She opened it. Everything on her face collapsed. Not anger, not control, just realization, the kind that comes too late. I stepped back, looking at all of them one last time. "You needed me to look perfect," I said quietly. Then I turned away, and finally I decided to look real.